This time we are going to subtract binary numbers. But before we are going to go to the subtraction of binaries, we have to understand, and I hope every one of you understands, how to subtract the regular decimal numbers. This time we talk in terms of the base 10 decimal numbers. 1000 minus 11. So what we do, we simply borrow of 1 from 1. This borrow 1 over the next digit to the right is going to be 10. 10 is nothing else, just the base. So it means that if you borrow 1 from here, this one becomes the base over the next digit. But I want to subtract 1 from this 0. That's why I have to borrow 1 from 10, and this becomes 9. And that borrow of 1 becomes 10 over the next digit. I have to again borrow 1, and that 1 becomes 10 over the next digit. Now I can perform the subtraction. 10 minus 1 gives me 9. 9 minus 1 gives me 8. 9 minus invisible 0 gives me 9. 1000 minus 11 is equal to 989. Remember, we are talking in terms of decimal numbers, okay? If you are going to apply the same technique to the binary system, you will have 10 minus 1. Of course, this is base 2, because binary has base 2. I cannot subtract 1 from 0. That's why I have to borrow 1 from this one. This borrow 1 is going to be 2 over the next bit. Why? The situation is exactly the same like with decimal. You borrow 1, that 1 becomes the value of your base over the next digit. So if I borrow 1 from here, that 1 becomes the value of my base over the next bit. So I have 2 minus 1 is equal 1. Now, 10 is binary 2. Minus 1 is equal 1. So 2 minus 1 is equal 1. So this is the solution to my problem. Let's take a look at this example. I have 101 minus 10. 1 minus 0 is equal 1. I cannot subtract 1 from 0. That's why I have to borrow of 1 from this 1, and I'm going to simply have 2 over the next bit. Okay, why? Because I'm talking in terms of the binary numbers. Okay, so this one becomes the base over the next bit. So I have 2 minus 1 gives me 1. And let's take a look what we have got. I have 1, 0, 1. This is binary 5. Minus 1, 0. This is binary 2. And I have got 1, 1. This is binary 3. So this is the solution to my problem. 5 minus 2 is equal 3. Let's take a look at the next example. This time we have 1, 1, 0 base 2 minus 1, 1 base 2. We cannot subtract 1 from 0. So what we are going to do, we are going to borrow 1 from here. This borrow 1 is going to be 2 over the next bit. Remember, always the base. 2 minus 1 gives me 1. Now, I borrow 1 from here. I have, at this moment, 0 over here. I cannot subtract 1 from 0. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to borrow another 1 from here. This 1 over this bit becomes 2. 2 minus 1 is equal 1. And this is my solution. Now please notice that 1, 1, 0 is nothing else just binary 6, and 1, 1 is binary 3. So 6 minus 3 is equal 3. I have got 3. 1, 1 is 3. So this is the solution to my problem.